We'll start out with the Texans schedule, and then we'll move on to the NCAAF football games going on right now. And game from last night, KU beats Illinois, but that's all to come. The Texans may have the first two picks ever in the NFL draft at draft night, but with no stats to show that. C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson, linebacker. C.J. Stroud, quarterback out of Ohio State, and Will Anderson, linebacker out of Alabama. It will be the Texans and Ravens. Tomorrow, Lamar Jackson and C.J. Stroud. And C.J. Stroud helps to reach that level of Lamar Jackson. Dalton Schultz, tight end, is where it went. And tight end for he's the best pass catcher, which he's a good pass catcher, which Gary could not do. He couldn't catch the ball. He basically lost the game for the Chiefs, and he dropped so many balls. He made Ken Harvey look like a star. He dropped that many balls. Who, of course, played for the Royals. That's Sam Von Smack. And we'll be going over the quarterbacks here. C.J. Stroud, and I believe an article, I believe how Kadarius Toney will have to do better or he will get cut. Zay Flowers, another first-round pick. That's for the Ravens player to watch out for. Week 2 Colts, it'll be Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud versus second overall pick and Anthony Richardson, 4th overall pick for the Colts. They will go at it, and both young quarterbacks. Don't expect much from the Colts or the Texans. I would say expect more from the Colts, but they don't have the best running back in Jonathan Taylor. So now you want to play. Now you want to play. Now you want to play, Bo. Or you just want to rip it. Week 3 at Jags, Dominion Price, and who had more than 940 yards last season. That's who we're looking for the Texans, and we look at Travis Etienne. I think who can be even better. Last year at 1,100 yards, I could see a 1,500-yard season for him on the rushing side. Both Trevor Lawrence and C.J. Stroud were first picks by their team. C.J. Stroud went second, and Trevor Lawrence went first. Week 6 will be the Saints and Texans. C.J. Stroud, the rookie, will go up against the wily veteran Derek Carr against the Saints. Week 7 bye. Week 8 we'll do Bryce Young and first overall pick C.J. Stroud. Week 10 we'll go to Nikiko Collins as a player to watch out for, and of course one of the best two top in the league, Jamar Chase. Week 12 Jacksonville refer to Week 13. Week 12 refer to Week 3. Week 13 Denver Broncos watch out for Javonte Williams, the best player on the Broncos, and the Texans Damian Price. Week 14 Quentin Williams, the second highest paid player of defensive ends. Chris Jones hopes to become closer to that. And I think we're done with Chris Jones. I think we probably should trade him within the next couple weeks if he's not got a deal done. And maybe we can wait. Maybe he'll be fresh. I don't know. But does he just become a distraction? That's to be seen. He's already become a distraction in my mind. Also, we look at Aaron Rodgers and C.J. Stroud, who hopes to come for what Aaron Rodgers has been for his career. And also, it'll be Jets and Texans, that game. Week 15, Titans, Keon Green, and guard Peter Shawowski. We look at Ryan Tannehill and Stroud. Week 17, refer to Week 18. Week 18, Colts. Now let's review the schedule again. Week 1 at the Ravens, 12 p.m. Week 2, Colts, 12 p.m. Week 3, at Jaguars, 12 o'clock. Week 2, against the Colts, 12 o'clock. Week 3, against the Jags, 12. Week 4, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 12 o'clock, October 1st. Week 5, October 8th, 12 p.m. Week 6, December 15th, 12 p.m. Week 7 bye. Week 8 at the Carolina Panthers, 12 p.m. Week 9 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 12. Week 10 at the Cincinnati Bengals, 12. Week 11 at the Cardinals, 12 o'clock. Week 12, Jacksonville Jaguars, 12. Week 13, Denver Broncos. Week 14, at Jets. Week 15, at Titans. Week 16, Browns. Week 17, December 31st, 12 o'clock. Week 18 to be announced.
Say she wanna ride, let me show you what it do. Yeah, I'm riding. Real low, right around in the south. Yeah, you know it's going down. Yeah, I'm riding.
I'm a bad dog, scratching at your door.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'm riding. Real low, right around in the south. Yeah, you know it's going down. Yeah, I'm riding.
Now we move on to college football. Kansas won last night. Really, I warn you though, Kansas started off the season last year 6-0 and lost 6 out of the last 7. Although I do predict Kansas to win number 8 games now and make a bowl for sure. They looked like the doormat a couple years ago. Now Kansas has changed into a threat in the Big 12. The victory was a great victory for Kansas. Kansas came out with some dominant plays, starting to shut down the defense. Multiple Illinois punts to start the game. Daniels Kansas came out and completely dominated the game. Meanwhile, it took no time for the Jayhawks to get on fire. Tyler Lockett in the end zone touchdown, first pass of the game to cap off, first drive of the game to cap off a 10-play drive, 82 yards. Daniels made big plays and big moments. After the Illini scored a first touchdown of the game, 41 seconds left in the half, KU scored and it was 21-7. Daniels scrambled out to keep the play alive. Luke on the big pass, the Illinois 19 yards. Having to play with your dog sometimes is really hard when he's disturbing your podcast. He doesn't care though. Daniels would made a big play in the moments after Illinois scored a first touchdown of the game with 41 seconds. KU will play Nevada, which should be an easier win next week. Jalen Daniels goes for 277 through the air, 300 yards, all-purpose yards, and 2 touchdowns and 1 INT. DeVille Neal for the KU Jayhawks had 12 carries and 110 yards. Lawrence represented his name. He had 177 yards and had an opening night 89 yards. KU starts off the conference season to play. KU starts off the conference season in 2 weeks. Kansas State is playing a mop-up game right now. Kansas State leads 14-3 second quarter. Mizzou plays a mop-up game against Middle Tennessee. Missouri announcer quarterback Brady Cook. His track record hasn't been that great last year, but Cook hopes to return and be better as a starter this year. Drinkwitz needs to go 8-4 for some people to keep his job. I'll say 7-5, but then next year he better win 8. Contract over $7 million. If he's not good enough, Missouri will pay him. This contract is just something you do in the SEC, as even Vanderbilt fires their coaches. Ole Miss will get a tough matchup against Tulane, who is number 24. Ole Miss is 20. Ole Miss is favored by 8, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tulane pulled up the upset. Michael Pratt went through for 290 yards, 4 touchdowns last week for Tulane. Ole Miss quarterback 330 and 4 touchdowns. Spencer Sanderson threw for over 330 yards. Alabama and Texas, the Longhorns had a victory. If the Longhorns had this victory, this would boost their season into becoming a playoff contender. I think it will be tough, though, against Alabama, obviously. Texas beat Rice last week 37-10. It wasn't much of an offensive fireworks. Alabama schooled Middle Tennessee 56-7. That's who Mizzou plays this week, as we mentioned. This game kicks off at 6. The Ole Miss and Tulane game kicks off at 2:30. The Mizzou and Middle Tennessee game kicks off at 6. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.